প্ৰিয় শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল, কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক দৃশ্যশ্ৰাব্য অনুষ্ঠানটিলৈ আপোনালোকক স্বাগতম জনাইছো। স্বয়ংপ্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20ৰ যোগেদি শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকলৰ অধ্যয়ন কাৰ্য অধিক মনোগ্ৰাহী আৰু ফলপ্ৰসূ হোৱালৈ লক্ষ্য ৰাখি বিভিন্ন বিষয় সামৰি আমাৰ এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটি সজোৱা হৈছে। আহকচোন প্ৰিয় দৰ্শকসকল, আমাৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটিৰ মাজলৈ আগবাঢ়ো।
Welcome the second semester learners of our MBA program. You are having your marketing management course, and in that course unit 11 is about customer relationship management. So I am going to present before you this particular unit on customer relationship management, and this unit will be covered in 3 short videos, and each video will be of about 10 minutes duration. And these 3 videos have been prepared based on the learning objectives which are outlined at the beginning of your study material. So the first 2 learning objectives of this customer relationship management is to understand the meaning of customer relationship management, and the second objective is to distinguish between relationship marketing versus relationship management. So dear learners, customer relationship management is very, very important as far as the planning and marketing execution of marketing function is concerned. So we need to understand what this customer relationship management is all about. In the simplest terms, it is the maintaining, developing relationship with the customers. But if we go deeper into the term, if we go deeper into the concept, there are many aspects. So we shall try to delve into, we shall try to explain, we shall try to understand the concept of customer relationship management from the entire perspectives, in its holistic perspective. Then after having an understanding of customer relationship management, its concept, then we shall move into the second objective. The second objective is to distinguish between what is relationship marketing and relationship management. What are the basic differences? Let us try to understand the concept CRM, Customer Relationship Management. In short, it is stated as CRM. In today's context, we are talking about ECRM also, in the context of the emerging importance of e-marketing. Before that, let us first try to understand the concept, Customer Relationship Management. It is an integrated approach, means it is an holistic approach. It integrates many components. And what are those components? It integrates the components of identifying, acquiring, and maintaining customers. Dear learners, each and every word is important. What is customer relationship management? It is an integrated approach. Integrated approach of integrating what? Integrating acquisition and maintenance and identification of customers. First of all, we need to identify the customers. Who are our customers? Whether they are very important customers, very important customers, or not that important customers. Who are our priority customers? What do they need? And then after identifying our potential customers, we need to acquire them. Customer acquisition. After they are acquired, after the identification, we shall acquire the customers. After the customer acquisition, we shall have to be highly concerned about maintenance of those customers so that they do not deflect, so that our competitors do not take away our customers. So customer relationship management is the integrated approach, is the integrated process towards identification of our genuine customers, profitable customers, potential customers. After identification, we need to acquire them, and after acquisition, we need to sustain the relationship. So that is the concept. So dear learners, if you are asked that what is customer relationship management, you have to say that customer relationship management is an integrated approach. It's an holistic approach. It's a process of customer acquisition, customer identification, customer acquisition, and then sustaining the relationship. So it is a process which allows companies to coordinate their approach across customers, channels, and departments. So these 3 components will make the concept far more larger, CRM, because it is not only applicable only with customers, it depends upon whom are we going to define as customers. Even our channel members, the retailers, distributors, they are also our customers. Our suppliers, they are also our customers. And within our organization, suppose our service department, pricing department, advertising department, we can consider them also as our internal customers. So customer relationship management as such will embrace all the internal departments, our channel partners, our supplier partners, and our customers. So CRM concept is broadened from that perspective. So what are the features of CRM? What are the its important features? CRM system consists of a historical view. Means we shall identify the customers, we shall categorize them, we shall prioritize them based on their historical experiences, based on their historical transactions, based on our database records as far as their purchase behavior is concerned. Then that will help us in reduce searching. That who are our customers. Suppose in a hotel, one visitor is giving a call and the receptionist received the call. Immediately after receiving the call, the eCRM system will give an alert that this is the call of Mr. So-and-so, who is a priority customer of the hotel. So in that case, the hotel receptionist might receive the call by name. Hello, Mr. So-and-so, how are you? So that is the personalized relationship, and that relationship will be facilitated by the recording system, the call recording system. So in that case, it will help us in reducing the stress, reducing the anxiety of looking for the entire database of the customers, but the technology itself will facilitate us in identification of the customers. Some other features of CRM, it contains each and every bit of details of the customer. Suppose one customer is diabetic, and in the last visit to our hotel, he mentioned that his food habit should be for the patients of diabetes. So we have the record. So next time when that person visits us, so we can ask the person that how are you, right? What is the condition of your diabetes? Is the blood sugar is in control? Would you like to have special food? Like that. So that's a personalized kind of relationship which the CRM will facilitate. So it is very easy for tracking a customer accordingly, and it can be used to determine which customer can be profitable. So in that case, we can easily sustain the relationship. Another feature of CRM, that customers are grouped. So there could be priority customers, there could be institutional customers, there could be government customers. Right? We can group there could be the military customers, there could be the business customers. We can group suppose in case of airlines, they have got a frequent flyers, those who frequently fly. So we can think about grouping the customers, and accordingly we can devise certain schemes and promotions. So that's why at the same time we can also categorize customers based on their location. Suppose these are the metropolitan based customers, these are the rural customers, these are the urban customers. We can categorize them. These are the customers of this particular district, these are the customers of that particular town. So accordingly we can target those customers with the help of these eCRM packages. So then we can assign our own salespersons as account managers. That you are Mr. So-and-so, you please look after the metropolitan customers. Mr. Y, you please look after the rural customers. Like that we can categorize them. So this helps us in focusing and concentrating on every customer separately. We can think about another feature of CRM. Because in CRM, we are extensively using technologies, information technologies. It's highly technology enabled. That's why it is very cheap, and many times it is error proof, provided we maintain our database well. So all the details in CRM is kept centralized. So the database is centralized. So accordingly we can have a centralized approach as far as the management of our customers are concerned. Then let us come to the other objective of this particular video. That's what is the difference between relationship marketing and relationship management. You see, relationship marketing is basically a functional approach as far as marketing is concerned, whereas relationship management is an organizational approach. It will take care of all the suppliers, distributors, employees, internal departments, each and everyone who is concerned with the delivery and the design of service to the customers. So if the customer is satisfied, so in that case the organization will be benefited. So while relationship marketing is sales and marketing, is basically sales and marketing related concept, but relationship management is basically organization wide. It refers to the entire tools and use carried by the organization. So some of the techniques which businesses use in relationship marketing, suppose for the, as I have given the example, airlines industry, they have the frequent flyer discount. So this is a particular scheme for the frequent flyers depending upon their flying hours with the particular airlines. Likewise, we can induce the loyalty programs. In the third part of this video, we shall discuss about the customer loyalty programs. So ultimately, we can think about the individualized attention, and we can expect the future needs, and accordingly, suppose many of the retailers, they have the green card system, the loyalty cards. So this is what. So you can avail the discount in the next purchase or in the current purchase. So customer relationship management allows a salesperson to quickly and consistently deliver the customers what the customers are looking for with each and every interaction. So it's a continuous management of the customer service touch points, so that we can record the buying history, and based on the buying history we can take about the next action. So CRM is used to describe information technology systems. It's highly IT enabled and highly software designed. So depending upon the effectiveness of the software, depending upon the effectiveness of the IT devices, the CRM effectiveness will be dependent on. So it is more and more we use the sophisticated strategies for the customer relationship management, better and better will be the customer relationship management practices of our organization, and that is ultimately will benefit the entire organization. So with this I conclude the first part of the video. I shall take up the other two videos, the subsequent part with the other learning objectives. Thank you. Welcome learners, we are discussing Unit 11 of MBA program second semester Marketing Management. So Unit 11 is about customer relationship management. In the first part of the video, we have already discussed about what customer relationship management is all about. Then we have also discussed about the differences between relationship marketing and relationship management. We have discussed that customer relationship management is basically an organization-wide approach, and it's not only for the external customers, it might include the internal departments as well as the other stakeholders. So in this second part of the video, we shall take up two learning objectives. One is, what are the various forms of relationship management? That part we shall try to address. Then we shall also understand the tips of managing customer loyalty and development. So let us take the first objective, that what are the various forms of relationship management. So there are basically three forms of relationship management. Dear learners, you will have to be clear that what are the various forms of relationship management. It's basically concentrate on three areas. We shall discuss these three areas one by one. These three areas are, one is operational CRM, the second one is analytical CRM, the third one is collaborative CRM. Operational CRM is basically how the CRM is made functional. Analytical CRM is how the databases, how the analytics are derived from the CRM exercises. And the third one is how the collaborations are made so that CRM practices can be made much more effective. So these are basically the three areas in which we can talk about the various forms of relationship management. Let us first take the first one, the operational CRM. What this operational CRM is all about. So as I have told you, operational CRM is basically keeping the CRM functional in the organization. So how can we keep the CRM functional in an organization? We can have three areas. One is Salesforce automation, the second one is marketing automation, third one is service automation. Suppose Salesforce automation, one pharmaceutical company is having various zones, suppose Eastern India zone, Western India zone, Northern zone, Southern zone. Suppose within Eastern India, suppose say Bihar and say West Bengal, say Northeastern region. Suppose Northeastern region, the different states are there. In each state there are different districts. the different territory managers are there. Suppose that particular pharmaceutical company has to target the A category doctors, and the territory managers or the medical representatives, after visiting a category doctor, has to submit the report online on daily basis. So on next day morning, the marketing manager of this particular pharmaceutical company will come to know that how many A category doctors were visited on the previous day. That is Salesforce automation. You see, based on Salesforce automation, we can map, we can go for identification of defined customers, we can go for identification of defined opportunities. Suppose a new hospital is coming up at a location, say X. So accordingly, we can add X in our territory coverage map, and accordingly, we can schedule our visits. We can think about quota allocation to our salespeople. We can think about our monitoring of the sales performance of the particular territory managers of a particular zone, of a particular district, of a particular state. We can think about the orders received from the various distributors, stockists. So this is all about Salesforce automation. So entire selling and distribution function can be automated. Likewise, there could be another automation, that is a marketing automation. Suppose the advertisements, one particular marketer is going to release an advertisement of one particular brand in suppose 100 plus channels in 100 plus programs. So 100 plus channels plus 100 plus programs. Suppose that advertisement will be repeated in several programs, suppose 5 times a day. In some cases it could be 10 times a day. You see, the entire media scheduling or the entire motion or the entire phasing of the advertisements can be done with the help of the software. So that is basically marketing automation. We can go for planning, creation and execution of multi-touch, multi-channel. We can think about kiosks, how many kiosks are operating, what is the response rate in the kiosks, like that. We can think about automation of the entire marketing exercise. Likewise, we can also think about another aspect of operational CRM, that is service automation. Suppose when we are purchasing a motorcycle or a car, we are supposed to go for the mandatory services, first service, second service. Automatically we get the alert in our mobile phones, the SMS or say WhatsApp message, or maybe a phone call by the service outlets. So these are all service automation. And suppose after the service is availed, say 2 days after, we receive a call that you had your services done 2 days before. How is your vehicle performing? Right? What is the status? Are you satisfied? These are all service automation. The software will take care of. So these are operational CRM. Some of the things. You read the SLM, it will be very, very easy for you to understand. Then second one is analytical CRM. Analytical CRM, as I told you, it's mostly about the analysis of the data. In analytical CRM, the primary aim of entire customer's relationship management is to critically analyze the customer data. Who are the customers? How often do they visit? Why do they visit? Are they satisfied? When was their last purchase? Right? What is their visiting pattern? And we get all this data from the database. And ultimately, based on this database, we can think about, suppose in a retailer, that one particular item has been displayed, that what is the footfall in that particular location, what is the sale of that particular item, what is the trial sale, what is the repeat sales. We can go for analysis of all these informations. So analytical CRM basically making use of techniques such as data mining. Data, then after that mining data, we will have to correlate the data. That what is the relationship between display and sales? What is the relationship between satisfaction and increased sales? We can go for lot many analysis. So at the same time, it helps us in identifying the gaps in our marketing activities so that we can take up good kind of business strategy, effective business strategy, so that we can go for corrective measures. So that is basically done with the help of gap analysis, and that will be facilitated by the database. So basically analytical CRMs, it's all about data analysis. We are sitting in a storehouse of data. How are you going to make use of data? How are you going to report the gaps in the data, and how are you going to adopt the corrective measures of that data? That is basically analytical CRM. The third aspect is collaborative CRM. As I told you, customer relationship management is not only about managing customers, it's all about managing the supply system, managing the various departments. Suppose in a car servicing, it's not only the customer relationship, it's about managing the service system also. Because ultimately, if the car is serviced well, then only the customers will be satisfied. So in collaborative CRM, the primary aim is to incorporate external stakeholders, the suppliers. Suppose we talk about say Maruti Alto. The quality of Maruti Alto will depend upon the components assembled in Maruti Alto, is that it? Tires, glasses, mattresses, bearings, engines, so many things, is that it? So ultimately the assemblage of all these things will determine the quality of the vehicle. So it's collaborative. It's not just only by Maruti. Maruti will have to have a networking relationship with its vendors, with its suppliers, with its distributors. Is that it? So that is very important. So collaborative CRM is taking an integrated approach with all the collaborators. So primary objective of collaboration is to enhance the quality. The quality of the service of Maruti Alto will depend upon the quality of service received from all these stakeholders. Because ultimately its quality being offered lead to enhanced customer satisfaction. And if the customers can be satisfied, then we can expect them to retain them. If we can retain them for repeat purchases, then we can expect that the customers will be loyal to us. And that is the ultimate goal. Because if we can have a loyal customers, we shall be able to save time, we shall be able to save money in acquisition of new customers. So today social media, many of the marketers have got their social media presence. They have got their WhatsApp, they have got their Facebook account. So many of them, they have got their own repository, website. So they are highly present in the social media. So collaborative CRM increases customer engagement. They can have a review of their various parts, various components, various modalities, and ultimately all these things help in getting the trust of the customer. And if the trust can be improved, the organization can help in adding its learning curve to do better in its service operations. So then ultimately all these things will help us in improving the customer loyalty. Loyalty programs are offered, both retailers also, as I have mentioned, in the supermarkets, departmental stores, the green cards are given. Also in the airline industry, the frequent flyers are given the options of frequent flyer discount, or they are given sometimes an option of better different options in terms of their say pre-air flight, or say during air journey, or maybe the post-flight services. Retail cooperatives, they pioneered the loyalty programs. They mostly on the purchase discount. In the Western Europe, the retail cooperatives developed, and one of the basic essence of development of the retail cooperatives in the 20th century was their loyalty programs. So it's a purchase discount. More and more you purchase from our store, more and more you will be entitled for the discount. So that helps in improving the loyalty, provided you give the good service. And modern loyalty programs are also offers consumers based on points, the points earned, and these points can be redeemed. And these points can be redeemed for a broad selection of merchandise. So that's how the loyalty is induced. So for all these, my dear learners, for CRM practices, database is very, very important. Managing the internal data warehouse and data mining capacity, establishing the core relationship, identifying the patterns, and that ultimately will help us in determining the loyalty programs, in executing the loyalty programs, in evaluating the effectiveness of the loyalty programs. So development of the customer database is very, very important. And ultimately, we shall have to go for an emotional bondage with our customers. So customers will be emotionally bonded provided we are able to give them personalized service. And this is facilitated by the development and application of CRM practices. Ultimately, as I have told you, the marketer will not offer the product just by the marketer. Marketer will offer the product based on the networking relationship it will have with its suppliers, with its vendors. So that is also very, very important. And ultimately, we all should strive for the satisfaction of the customers. Then only we can afford to have customer loyalty, customer retention, and then only we shall be able to minimize the cost of customer acquisition. We shall come to the concluding part of the discussion of this unit in the third video. Thank you. Welcome learners to the concluding part of your unit 11, that is on customer relationship management. This is the part 3 and this is the concluding part of this customer relationship management unit. Dear learners, in the part 1 of the video, we discussed about the concept of customer relationship management. Then we shall discuss about the differences between relationship marketing and relationship management. So we discussed that customer relationship management is very, very important because it helps in improving customer retention. So if we can improve the customer retention, that will help us in minimizing the cost of customer acquisition. Because the cost of acquiring a new customer is several times higher than cost of retaining an existing customer. If we can maintain the existing customers, in that case, but the existing customers themselves will help us in achieving the marketing objectives. We need new customers, but not always that we shall be always striving for the acquisition of new customers, provided we can satisfy our existing customers. So that is the essence of customer relationship management. And this is done through one aspect, that is the sales and marketing, but basically it's an organization-wide approach. The entire organization, not only within the organization, with the help of the suppliers, with the help of the distributors, vendors, dealers, retailers, wholesalers, organized retailers, ultimately we'll have to embrace the entire customer relationship management. So that spectrum is basically the relationship management spectrum compared to the relationship marketing spectrum of sales and marketing. That's basically a functional approach. But ultimately, we are all looking for an integrated approach. And second part, we discuss about the various forms of relationship management, operational CRM, analytical CRM, and then the collaborative CRM. All these indicate that database is very important. And if the database is handled well, managed well, we'll be able to implement the CRM, and we can able to implement the CRM in various domains, like say operational CRM, collaborative, analytical. Even within operation also, we can go for Salesforce automation, we can go for marketing automation, we can go for service automation. These aspects we have already discussed in part 2 of this video, of this unit. So in this concluding part, we shall discuss mostly about the two objectives. One is the possible reasons behind losing customers by an organization. Why do the organizations lose customers? What is the reason of customer shrinkage? What are the reasons of customer loss? Why the customers are deflecting, or why the competitors are taking away our customers? And then second, realizing the significance of customer relationship management. We have already discussed a lot about the significance of customer relationship management, but still in this concluding part, I shall give you an example. Dear learners, if I ask you that what are the reasons behind losing customers by an organization? Why an organization loses its customers, or why do the customers leave an organization and deflect to the competitors? Definitely, the customers are value conscious. They will look for those products which can give them the maximum benefits at the least cost. So, if the customers are satisfied, they are unlikely to have any kind of reason for deflecting. Ultimately, the customers may be satisfied better by the competitors compared to the current marketers. So, there are different reasons. These reasons could be in terms of product, it could be in terms of price, it could be in terms of promotion, it could be in terms of distribution, it could be in terms of after-sales service, it could be in terms of the interaction between the sales force. There could be various reasons why the customers are lost by the organizations. Let us take some indicative reasons. And these are the reasons which are stated in your learning material also. And you can think about some other reasons also in addition to this. One reason could be wrong product pricing. So pricing is not done adequately. Suppose price is high. The customers are value maximizers. They will compare the price of our product. They will compare it with the prices offered by the competitors, the prices of competitors' products. They will judge. They are value maximizers. The customers are having good judgment. So they can identify. So it could be the wrong pricing decisions, or it could be not appropriately reacting to the market forces. Suppose the competitors have recently cut the price and we are not responding to that. We have retained our existing price and the customers are allured. Customers are attracted. Poor customer service, many times it's a major factor. of losing customers. Many times organizations do not understand the importance of giving maximum service to the customer. It's not about pampering the customers. The customers have a genuine need of having. Why do the customers will visit an organization? They will be coming to the organization to satisfy certain needs. So the organization should be able to address those needs at a given price. If the consumers are looking for the 5-star facilities in a budget hotel, they will not be rational. But while they are staying in a budget hotel, they are having their own rational expectations. So the marketer should be able to meet those minimum expectations. If the expectations can be made, the customers will feel satisfied. So to that extent, the marketers will have to gear up their service design and service delivery mechanism. It could be because of poor store atmosphere. Suppose in a retailing premise, the customers may not like visiting the retailers. Many times we ourselves experience those things. Suppose visiting one retailer, we do not know which item is lying where. There is no direction that this is the cosmetics division, this is the food division, this is this division, this is the clothing division, this is men's wear, this is women's wear, this is children wear. Right? Suppose we are not given those directions and the things are not properly laid, things are not properly ventilated, not air conditioned, right? The temperature is maintained. So customers will think twice about visiting those stores. So poor store atmosphere could be another reason. There could be not knowing the competition. We are highly indifferent to the competitive practices. So that could be a big reason that for deflection of customers, that we may not be able to retain the customers. They will automatically shift to the competitors because the competitors are giving them better services. Lack of product knowledge. Suppose we are having good quality product, but when our customers visit us, our salesperson are not in a position to display the right kind of product. Or suppose to handle the real customer queries. Customers are looking for certain products, but suppose our salesperson are not having the adequate knowledge of those products. So they are not able to address the customers' needs, or could be to redress the customers' grievances in terms of some product failure. So these are some of the reasons for which the customers may be lost. So in CRM system, we look for these possible losses and accordingly we shall try to devise our CRM system. As I told you in the introductory video, the part 1 of the video of this customer relationship management, customer relationship management is basically adopts a historical view. What is the previous pattern of buying of the customers and what is the pattern, what is the relationship, when do they buy, how do they buy, why do they buy, who are there involved in buying decisions, do they go for family buying or are they coming alone, or we can go for the entire data mining and we can identify the customers, the profitable customers, the category wise customers. We can think about prioritizing them like that because we are having all the details of the customer. What do they buy, how much do they buy, when do they buy, we can having all those information. As I have given the example, in a hotel, if a diabetic patient visits, so that is recorded in the hotel that the patient is diabetic, is looking for diabetic food. So in the next visit, definitely we can ask the patient, not it, or say frequent flyer. These are the common examples which I have been citing repeatedly so that you can relate the concepts with these common examples. I can give you another example. Suppose in a business organization, they purchase the photocopier. So before purchasing the photocopier companies like say Canon, etc., will have to visit them. Canon, Ricoh will visit them. They will spell out their needs that we need a photocopier of this sort. So depending upon the sales force interaction, depending upon the price, depending upon various factors, suppose decision will be made that we shall go for purchasing a photocopier machine. So for the purpose of our discussion, the organization decides that we shall purchase a Canon photocopier. So immediately after purchase, there will be a free service maybe for say 1 year. So 1 year free service means what? Though that will be free service, but the services will have to be given so that the photocopier keeps on giving good service. After 1 year, suppose there could be one annual maintenance contract that we shall give you the service provided you pay us a fee of this sort. So annual maintenance contract 1 is over, the second annual maintenance contract, the third annual maintenance contract, suppose 6th annual maintenance contract, at the end of 6th annual maintenance contract, the company might come and say, okay, give us your old machine, we shall supply you a new machine. If I am satisfied with your services for the last 6 years, definitely I shall look for, okay, why not? We can go for your proposal. So that is basically customer relationship management. So in CRM system, we can have those customers, that these are loyal customers, these are the customers who are our high patronage customers, and we should give our best of our services. We can do all those practices. So a CRM is not only dealt with existing customers, it is for all, acquiring in new customers and a new channel partners. And the strongest aspect is that it is very cost effective because it makes use of technology, precise, exact. And many things are kept centralized, the centralized database. So that helps. We can share the database with our field counterparts, with our functional counterparts, but it's basically central database. So that's why it helps us in adopting a centralized approach. And definitely all these things will help us in improving our marketing. So it's cost effective, it's cost efficient, and we can be highly effective and efficient in improving our marketing productivity. So that's why the organizations are definitely also looking forward to adoption of a full-fledged CRM system to cope up with all their business needs. So this is all about Unit 11 on customer relationship management. Dear learners, you read the SLM and hope after this video you will be able to understand the concepts in a far easy manner. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
ইমান সময় আমি স্বয়ংপ্ৰভা DTH চেনেল 20 যোগে সম্প্ৰচাৰিত কৃষ্ণকান্ত সন্দিকৈ ৰাজ্যিক মুক্ত বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ আজিৰ খণ্ডটি উপভোগ কৰিলো। এই বিদ্যায়তনিক অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ জৰিয়তে শিক্ষাৰ্থীসকল নিশ্চয়কৈ ভালেখিনি উপকৃত হৈছে। পুনৰ আন এটি বিষয় লৈ আমি আপোনালোকৰ মাজলৈ আহিম। নমস্কাৰ।